Welcome to the Toy Parade. Let's march and learn fun toy names today. Look at the shiny toy car. Zoom, zoom down the street. Here's a cuddly teddy bear, soft and huggable. A colorful balloon floats in the air. Look at the spinning top. Twirl and whirl. A bright jump rope. Skip and hop. Here's a bouncing rubber ball. Bounce, bounce. Look at the cheerful puppet, waves hello. A fun train set, choo-choo. Here's a shiny yo-yo, up and down it goes. Look at the shiny kite, flies high in the sky. A stack of building blocks, build anything you imagine. And a colorful pinwheel, spins in the breeze. Awesome parade. At the Toy Parade, we learned toy car, teddy bear, balloon top, jump rope, rubber ball, puppet, train set, yo-yo, kite, building blocks, and pinwheel. Keep playing. Hi, friends. Today we're having a bubbly bath party. Ready to pop bubbles and learn the names of all the bath time fun things? Look, a big bathtub, splash, splash, jump right in. Here comes a bubbly bubble wand, wave it and see bubbles fly. A soft rubber ducky, squeak, squeak, it's bath time, friend. A foamy soap bar, rub, rub, bubbles everywhere. A fluffy towel, dry, dry after the bath. Here's a bathrobe, wrap up warm and cozy. A bright shampoo bottle, squeeze, squeeze, make your hair shiny. Look at the loofah, scrub, scrub, clean, clean. A colorful bath mat, step, step on it so you don't slip. Here's a cup, pour water, splash, splash. A mirror on the wall, peek, peek, see your smile. And a friendly faucet, drip, drip, turn on the water. Yay! At the bubble bath party, we learned bathtub, bubble wand, rubber ducky, soap bar, towel, bathrobe, shampoo, loofah, bath cup, mirror, and faucet. Hello, choo-choo friends! Today we're at the Rainbow Train Station. Let's ride the colorful train and learn some fun things. Here comes the bright train engine. Chugga chugga, hear it roar. A shiny rainbow ticket. Hold it tight to get aboard. Look, a tall clock tower. Tick-tock, tick-tock tells the time. A cozy waiting bench. Sit and watch the trains go by. A colorful signal light, red, yellow, green, stop and go. A shiny platform. Step carefully and wait for your train. Here's the station sign, colorful letters showing where we are. Look at the big bridge over the tracks. Wow, so high. A friendly ticket booth. Beep, beep, buy your tickets here. A waving flag, flutter, flutter in the breeze. A tall lamp post shines bright when it's dark. And the long railway tracks, clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Awesome! At the Rainbow Train Station, we learned train, ticket, clock tower, bench, signal light, platform, station sign, bridge, ticket booth, flag, lamp post, and tracks. Hi, jungle adventurers! Today we're exploring the jungle playground. Let's swing, climb, and learn new words. Look at the tall slide. Whee, down we go. Here's a swing, back and forth, higher and higher, a big green tree. Climb up and wave hello. Look, a soft grass patch. Sit down and rest. Here's a colorful parrot. Squawk, squawk. A long rope ladder. Climb up carefully. A wooden bridge, walk slow. It wiggles. Here's a monkey bar, swing from one to another. A cozy tree house, peek inside. It's a jungle home. A bucket and shovel build sandy castles in the playground. Look at the bright flowers, smell them, so sweet. And a cool water fountain, splash your hands, so refreshing. Great job, jungle friends. We learned slide, swing, tree, grass, parrot, rope ladder, bridge, monkey bars, treehouse, bucket, flowers, and water fountain. Keep exploring. Hello, sweet friends. Today we're visiting the Cupcake Cafe. Let's taste and learn the names of yummy things. Look, a pink frosted cupcake. Yum yum. Here's a shiny cake stand. Cupcakes sit pretty here. A big menu board. Choose your favorite treat. A cozy table. Sit and enjoy your snack. A sparkling teapot. Pour some warm tea. Here's a spoon. Scoop up every bite. Look at the strawberry toppings, sweet and red. A shiny cash register. Beep beep. Pay here. A colorful napkin. Wipe your hands clean. A glass jar of sprinkles. Shake, shake, add some sparkle. Here's a plate. Put your cupcake on it. And a comfy chair. Sit and chat with friends. Yummy. At the Cupcake Cafe, we learned cupcake, cake stand, menu table, teapot, spoon, strawberry, register, napkin, jar, plate, and chair. Sweet learning. Ahoy, mateys! Today we're sailing on a pirate ship. Let's find hidden treasures and learn the names of pirate things. Look at the big ship's wheel. Turn it left and right. Here's the waving pirate flag, black with a skull. A shiny anchor. Drop it to stop the ship. Look at the cannon. Boom, boom, fire. A wooden deck. Walk carefully, matey. Here's a treasure chest. Open it slowly. A long spyglass. Peek far away. A coiled rope. Pull it tight. Look, a parrot. Squawk, squawk, pirate's friend. A big sail. Flap, flap in the wind. A map. X marks the spot. And a compass points north for adventures. Yo-ho-ho on the pirate ship's wheel, flag, anchor, cannon, deck, chest, spyglass, rope, parrot, sail, map, and compass. Ready for more adventures? Hello, book lovers! Today we're stepping into the enchanted library full of magic and stories. Let's explore and learn some magical objects. Look at the tall bookshelf full of stories waiting for you. A shiny book. Open it and read a magical tale. Here's a cozy armchair. Sit and get comfy. A glowing lamp lights up your reading spot. Look, a scroll, ancient and rolled up tight. A sparkling crystal ball. See magic inside. A wooden desk where wizards write their spells. Here's a golden key. Unlocks secret doors. A soft carpet. Walk quietly so you don't wake the fairies. Look at the clock. Tick-tock. Time for story time. A fluttering bookmark saves your place in the book. And a friendly owl. Hoot-hoot, library guardian. Magic is everywhere at the Enchanted Library. We learned bookshelf, book armchair, lamp, scroll, crystal ball, desk, key, carpet, clock, bookmark, and owl. Happy reading. Roar! Welcome to Dinosaur Park. Let's stomp around and learn the names of dino and park things. Here's a giant T-Rex. Stomp, stomp, scary but fun. A long-necked Brachiosaurus. Reach up high to eat leaves. Look at the dinosaur eggs. Crack, crack, what's inside? A tall tree. Perfect dino shade. Here's a rocky volcano. Rumble, rumble, ready to erupt. A bubbling pond. Splash, splash, dinosaurs drink here. Look at the footprints. Follow them carefully. A wooden signpost shows where to go. A dinosaur fossil. Bones from long ago. Here's a sturdy bench. Sit and watch the dinos. A leafy bush. Hide and seek with little dinos. And a funny hat shaped like a dino head. Roar some at Dinosaur Park. We learned T-Rex, Brachiosaurus, eggs, tree, volcano, pond, footprints, signpost, fossil, bench, bush, and hat. Keep exploring. Welcome, princesses and princes. Today we're visiting the Princess Castle. Let's explore and learn royal things. Look at the shiny crown. Sparkle, sparkle on your head. Here's the grand throne. Sit like a king or queen. A beautiful chandelier. Twinkle, twinkle lights above. Look at the castle gate. Open wide. Welcome inside. A big castle tower. Climb up and see far away. Here's a soft red carpet. Walk with royal steps. A golden mirror, see your royal reflection. A sparkly necklace, shine bright like a star. Look at the fluffy pillows, rest like royalty. A tall flag waving outside, show your castle pride. Here's a banquet table full of yummy food, and a friendly horse waiting outside the stables. Royal cheers. At the princess castle, we learned crown, throne, chandelier, gate, tower, carpet, mirror, necklace, pillows, flag, banquet table, and horse. Hello, balloon animal lovers. Today we're at the balloon zoo. Let's learn the names of the colorful balloon animals and zoo things. Look, a big balloon elephant. Twist, twist, huge ears. Here's a tall giraffe balloon. Stretch your neck up high. A bouncy balloon zebra, stripes and all. Look at the balloon dog, wag your tail. A shiny balloon sword, swish, swish for fun. Here's a balloon flower, bright colors bloom. A balloon hat, wear it on your head, silly and fun. Look at the basket holding balloons, grab one, a colorful balloon arch. Walk through a rainbow tunnel. Here's a balloon butterfly, flutter, flutter your wings. A smiling balloon clown, funny and happy. And a giant balloon castle, fortress of fun. Pop-tastic. At the balloon zoo, we learned balloon elephant, giraffe, zebra, dog, sword, flower, hat, basket, arch, butterfly, clown, and castle. So much fun. Hey there, campers. Today, we're going on a camping trip. Let's explore the great outdoors and learn some camping gear names. Look at the cozy tent. Zip the zipper and crawl inside. Here's a glowing campfire. Crackle, crackle, warm and bright. A soft sleeping bag. Snuggle up for a good night's sleep. Look at the tall pine tree whispering in the breeze. A handy flashlight. Shine light in the dark. Here's a big backpack. Carry all your camping stuff. Look at the shiny water bottle. Drink, drink. Stay hydrated. A sturdy camp chair, sit around the fire with friends. Here's a crunchy pine cone, nature's little treasure. A colorful map, find your way through the woods. Look at the buzzing mosquito, swat, swat, watch out. And a sizzling marshmallow on a stick, yum, yum. Great exploring, campers. We learned tent, campfire, sleeping bag, pine tree, flashlight, backpack, water bottle, camp chair, pine cone, map, mosquito, and marshmallow. Adventure time. Hi, picnic pals. Today we're having a teddy bear picnic. Let's sit down, play, and learn some picnic names. Look at the soft teddy bear. Squeeze it tight. Here's a big picnic basket packed with yummy food. A colorful blanket, spread it out on the grass. Look at the juicy apple, crunch, crunch, so tasty. A sweet lemonade cup, sip, sip, refresh yourself. Here's a crunchy sandwich, yum, yum, bite, bite. Look at the shiny plate, hold your food nicely. A little napkin, wipe your mouth clean. Here's a buzzing bee, buzz, buzz, flying by. Look at the soft grass, tickle your toes. A playful ball, throw, catch, and roll. And a bright sun hat keeps the sun away. Yummy fun at the teddy bear picnic. We learned teddy bear, picnic basket, blanket, apple, lemonade, sandwich, plate, napkin, bee, grass, ball, and sun hat. Let's picnic again soon. Brr. Welcome to the snowy igloo village. Let's bundle up and learn some chilly, cold weather words. Look at the big igloo made of shiny ice blocks. Here's a warm parka, zip it up tight. A fluffy scarf, wrap it snug around your neck. Look at the soft mittens, keep your fingers cozy. A crunchy snowball, ready to throw. Here's a sparkling sled, slide down the snowy hill. Look at the tall pine tree covered in snow. A shiny snowflake. Each one is special and unique. Here's a steaming thermos filled with hot cocoa. A cheerful snowman with a carrot nose. Look at the icy icicles hanging from the roof and a glowing lamppost lighting up the snowy path. Brilliant! At Snowy Igloo Village, we learned igloo, parka, scarf, mittens, snowball, sled, pine tree, snowflake, thermos, snowman, icicles, and lamppost. Stay warm and play. Hello, magical friends. Today we're in the fairy tale forest. Let's discover enchanted things and learn their names. Look at the sparkling fairy wings. Flutter, flutter. Here's a glowing magic wand. Wave and make wishes. A tall mushroom, red and spotted. Look at the twisting tree trunk, full of secrets. A colorful butterfly, flutter by, so bright. Here's a tiny fairy door where fairies live. Look at the shiny dewdrops, sparkling on leaves. A chirping bird, sing a sweet song. Here's a soft flower petal, smell the fragrance. Look at the gentle brook bubbling over the rocks. A magical crystal shines with colors, and a friendly unicorn, nay, nay, magical friend. Magical day at the fairy tale forest. We learned fairy wings, magic wand, mushroom, tree trunk, butterfly, fairy door, dewdrops, bird, flower petal, brook, crystal, and unicorn. Keep dream up, up, and away. Welcome to the superhero hideout. Let's gear up and learn superhero stuff. Look at the shiny cape, fly high in the sky. Here's a strong shield, block all the bad guys. A cool mask hides your secret identity. Look at the fast boots, zoom, zoom, run super fast. A glowing utility belt holds all your gadgets. Here's a powerful laser blaster, zap, zap. Look at the tall headquarters where heroes plan. A flashing alarm warns of danger. Here's a sparkling emblem, your hero badge. Look at the big gloves, strong and mighty. A speedy jetpack, blast off to the rescue, and a smart computer helps solve problems. Heroic work. At the superhero hideout, we learn cape, shield, mask, boots, utility belt, laser blaster, headquarters, alarm, emblem, gloves, jetpack, and computer. Be a hero every day. Boo! Welcome to the Monster Dance Party. Let's dance and learn some spooky, fun monster things. Look at the big monster mask. Scary but fun. Here's a flashing disco ball, sparkle all around. A loudspeaker plays monster music. Look at the colorful party hat. Wear it and dance. A glowing fog machine makes spooky mist. Here's a bouncy monster balloon. Float, float in the air. Look at the giant monster claws, ready to dance. A spooky lantern lights up the dance floor. Here's a shiny trophy for best dancer. Look at the fun monster feet. Stomp, stomp to the beat. A big cake with monster eyes. Yum, yum. And a friendly ghost. Boo and boogie. Awesome dancing. At the Monster Dance Party, we learned monster mask, disco ball, speaker, party hat, fog machine, monster balloon, claws, lantern, trophy, monster feet, cake, and ghost. Keep dancing. Welcome, space travelers. Today we're visiting the Galaxy Cafe, where stars and planets meet. Let's learn some out-of-this-world names. Look at the sparkling star mug, full of warm space tea. Here's a floating planet cookie. Yum in space. A shiny rocket spoon zooms into your cup. Look at the glowing nebula lamp, lights up the table. A swirling galaxy cake, swirls of purple and blue. Here's a cosmic menu full of space treats. Look at the comfy space chair, floats softly. A twinkling star straw, sip your drink with stars. Here's a colorful comet napkin, wipes your mouth. Look at the shining moon plate, holds your food. A swirling black hole coaster, spin, spin your drink. And a friendly alien waiter, here to serve you. Blast off at the Galaxy Cafe, we learned Star Mug, Planet Cookie, Rocket Spoon, Nebula Lamp, Galaxy Cake, Menu, Space Chair, Star Straw, Comet Napkin, Moon Plate, Black Hole Coaster, and Alien Waiter. Space Snacks rock. Hello, bookworms. Today we're in the Cozy Book Nook. Let's get comfy and learn some cozy reading words. Look at the soft cushion, perfect for sitting. Here's a warm blanket. Snuggle up tight. A glowing reading lamp shines on your book. Look at the tall bookshelf, full of stories. A bright bookmark saves your page. Here's a steaming mug full of hot cocoa. Look at the comfy armchair. Sit and relax. A friendly cat purrs nearby. Here's a colorful rug, soft under your feet. Look at the shiny window, lets in sunshine. A quiet clock ticks softly, and a little table holds your book and drink. Cozy and calm at the Cozy Book Nook, we learned cushion, blanket, reading lamp, bookshelf, bookmark, mug, armchair, cat, rug, window, clock, and table. Happy read. Splash! Welcome to the Mermaid Lagoon. Let's dive in and learn some underwater treasures. Look at the shimmering mermaid tail swish swish in the water. Here's a shiny seashell. Listen closely. A colorful coral reef, home to fish friends. Look at the bubbling waterfall, splash splash. A bright starfish hugs the rocks. Here's a sandy beach, soft and warm. Look at the playful dolphin, jump jump. A sparkling pearl hidden in the oyster. Here's a magical trident, holds sea power. Look at the seaweed forest, sways with the waves. A floating message bottle, secret inside, and a friendly crab, pinch pinch on the shore. Splash-tastic at the Mermaid Lagoon, we learned mermaid tail, seashell, coral reef, waterfall, starfish, beach, dolphin, pearl, trident, seaweed forest, message bottle, and crab. Keep swimming. Welcome, travelers. Today we're at the busy airport. Let's learn some travel and airport words. Look at the big airplane, ready for takeoff. Here's a rolling suitcase, packed and ready. A shiny passport, your ticket to travel. Look at the tall control tower, guides the planes. A flashing runway light lights the way for planes. Here's a comfy waiting seat, rest while you wait. Look at the busy check-in counter where you get your boarding pass. A loud announcement speaker, hear flight info. Here's a colorful boarding pass, your seat ticket. Look at the moving travelator, rides you fast. A friendly pilot flies the plane. And a fast baggage cart carries your luggage. Safe travels at the busy airport, we learned airplane, suitcase, passport, control tower, runway light, waiting seat, check-in counter, announcement speaker, boarding pass, travelator, pilot, and baggage cart. Ready for takeoff, hard hats on. Today we're visiting the construction site. Let's learn the names of the tools and machines that build big things. Look at the tall crane, it lifts heavy stuff high up. Here's a shiny hammer, bang bang build time. A buzzing drill makes holes in wood and metal. Look at the orange safety cone, keeps everyone safe. A strong dump truck carries piles of dirt. Here's a yellow excavator, scoops and digs deep. Look at the hard helmet, protects your head. A sturdy wheelbarrow carries bricks and tools. Here's a measuring tape, measures length and width. Look at the pile of bricks, ready to build walls. A bright reflective vest shines in the sun. And a loud jackhammer breaks up concrete. Great job, builders! At the construction site, we learned crane, hammer, drill, safety cone, dump truck, excavator, helmet, wheelbarrow, tape, bricks, vest, and jackhammer. Let's build something amazing. Sweet treats ahead. Welcome to the Candy Carnival. Let's find yummy candy and fun rides to learn about. Look at the spinning carousel. Round and round it goes. Here's a big cotton candy, fluffy and pink. A colorful lollipop, lick lick so sweet. Look at the candy apple, shiny and red. A cheerful clown hat, bright and funny. Here's a candy cane, twisty and tasty. Look at the big popcorn bucket, crunch crunch. A glowing Ferris wheel lights up the night. Here's a box of chocolates, yummy surprises inside. Look at the sparkling fairy lights, twinkle twinkle. A bouncing trampoline, jump jump high, and a smiling candy vendor ready to share treats. Sweet fun! At the Candy Carnival, we learn carousel, cotton candy, lollipop, candy apple, clown hat, candy cane, popcorn bucket, Ferris wheel, chocolates, fairy trampoline, and candy vendor. Let's enjoy the sweets. Hello, artists! Today we're at the Magic Paint Studio. Let's paint and learn colorful art words. Look at the bright paintbrush, dip and splash. Here's a big palette, holds all the colors. A sparkling easel holds your canvas. Look at the colorful paints, red, blue, yellow, and more. A clean smock keeps your clothes safe. Here's a jar of water, rinse your brush. Look at the blank canvas, ready for your masterpiece. A messy paint splatter. Oops, splash. Here's a shiny paint tube. Squeeze out color. Look at the soft rag. Wipes your brush clean. A glittery glue stick adds sparkle to your art. And a happy artist hat. Wear it with pride. Great painting. At the Magic Paint Studio, we learned paintbrush, palette, easel, paints, smock, water, canvas, paint splatter, paint tube, rag, glue stick, and artist hat. Keep creating. Good evening, friends. Tonight we're having a picnic under the stars. Let's explore picnic and nighttime words. Look at the soft picnic blanket. Spread it under the sky. Here's a glowing lantern. Lights up the night. A basket full of sandwiches. Yum yum to eat. Look at the twinkling stars shining so bright. A cozy jacket keeps you warm. Here's a tasty fruit salad, sweet and juicy. Look at the gentle breeze, cool on your face. A sparkling firefly, blink blink in the dark. Here's a steaming hot chocolate, sip to stay warm. Look at the soft pillows, rest your head. A friendly owl, hoot hoot in the trees. And a peaceful moon lights the night sky. Such a lovely night. At the picnic under the stars, we learned picnic blanket, lantern, sandwiches, stars, jacket, fruit salad, breeze, firefly, hot chocolate, pillows, owl and moon. Sweet dreams. Dive deep. Today we're exploring the underwater castle. Let's swim around and learn some sea castle words. Look at the grand castle walls made of coral and shells. Here's a sparkling treasure chest full of shiny jewels. A graceful seahorse swimming by. Look at the waving seaweed like underwater grass. A shimmering fish school swimming together. Here's a glowing sea lantern lights the castle halls. Look at the tall turret watches over the ocean. A colorful clam shell hiding a pearl. Here's a playful octopus waving its arms. Look, the bubbling fountain splashing water. A shining crown for the sea king or queen. And a friendly dolphin splashes hello. Wow, what a castle! At the underwater castle, we learned castle walls, treasure chest, seahorse, seaweed, fish school, sea lantern, turret, clamshell, octopus, fountain, crown, and dolphin. Keep swimming. Good morning. Today we're waiting at the school bus stop. Let's learn some school and bus words. Look at the big school bus, ready to pick up kids. Here's a colorful backpack full of books and snacks. A shiny bus stop sign shows where to wait. Look at the cozy bench. Sit and wait comfortably. A friendly bus driver waves hello. Here's a pair of sneakers, perfect for running to the bus. Look at the bright lunchbox, holds your tasty food. A buzzing alarm clock, time to get ready. Here's a warm jacket, keeps you snug. Look at the busy crosswalk, walk safely across. A colorful notebook, write your lessons in. And a waving friend, ready for the day. Great day at the bus stop. We learned school bus, backpack, bus stop sign, bench, bus driver, sneakers, lunchbox, alarm clock, jacket, crosswalk, notebook, and friend. Have a fun school day. Spooky time. Welcome to the Halloween house. Let's explore some spooky and fun Halloween words. Look at the glowing jack-o'-lantern with a scary face. Here's a creaky door, opens with a spooky sound. A flying bat swoops in the night. Look at the dusty cobweb, catches little bugs. A creepy witch's hat, pointy and black. Here's a bubbling cauldron, magic potion inside. Look at the old ghost, goes boo. A rustling leaf pile, jump in and crunch. Here's a black cat, eyes shining bright. Look at the swinging chandelier, creaks above. A scary mask hides a monster's face, and a glowing candle flickers in the dark. Boo. At the Halloween house, we learned jack-o'-lantern, door, bat, cobweb, witch's hat, cauldron, ghost, leaf pile, black cat, chandelier, mask, and candle. Happy Halloween! Hello, heroes! Welcome to the friendly fire station. Let's learn some firefighting words and tools. Look at the big red fire truck, ready to zoom. Here's a shiny fire hose, sprays water to stop fire. A strong helmet protects firefighters' heads. Look at the flashing sirens, sound loud and bright. A sturdy axe, used to break down doors. Here's a cozy firefighter suit, keeps you safe. Look at the fire extinguisher, stops little fires. A glowing flashlight, lights dark places. Here's a tall ladder, climbs up high. Look at the walkie-talkie, talks to the team. A handy first aid kit for boo-boos and bumps. And a brave firefighter ready to help. Great job, heroes! At the friendly fire station, we learned fire truck, fire hose, helmet, sirens, axe, firefighter suit, fire extinguisher, flashlight, ladder, walkie-talkie, first aid kit, and firefighter. Stay safe. Hello, gardeners! Today, we're in the veggie garden. Let's learn names of vegetables and garden tools. Look at the bright orange carrot, crunchy and sweet. Here's a red tomato, juicy and round. A green cucumber, cool and fresh. Look at the tall sunflower, bright and sunny. A little watering can waters plants with care. Here's a shiny garden trowel, digs tiny holes. Look at the leafy lettuce, crunchy in salads. A buzzing bee helps flowers grow. Here's a ripe pumpkin, big and orange. Look at the soft soil where plants grow. A sturdy garden glove protects your hands, and a colorful garden sign shows plant names. Great growing! At the veggie garden, we learned carrot, tomato, cucumber, sunflower, watering can, trowel, lettuce, bee, pumpkin, soil, glove, and garden sign. Let's garden more!